Welcome to another reading around the 2 lunar eclipses this October. Okay. We already got some cards out, so let's see what we have. I've been sitting here shuffling for a while. We have the Devil, the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Let me just pull one more out. The 2 of Pentacles, and on the bottom we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. I'm using my new deck, so this is not surprising since we are just a few days from the second lunar eclipse on Saturday. So everything is being flushed up to the surface right now for healing and for release. So it's just another opportunity right now. It's a last look at whatever is still in the subconscious mind, to be allowed to come up, to be allowed to come and be seen. Take a walk with your fear in these next few days. Welcome your fear, welcome your inner child, welcome the voice of fear, the scared little girl. There's nothing to fear, so we're going to welcome it up so it can be released. So anything that is still there to be healed and released is going to come up. This 3 of Swords, heartbreak, any kind of, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be devastation. It can be just, still lingering hurt feelings. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the Devil, which is the ego is just really, we're going to thank the ego for actually, or we're going to thank ourselves for being able to recognize the ego, and all that is, the personality self that thinks it needs a world to be safe. Well, right when I was shuffling, I did get a channeled message, and it was, the only thing you need to concentrate on right now is your belief in being separate from God, from source, from the universe, from love. That's really what all of this energy out here is for. And you have the Devil, the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. So this is the energy that is coming up to say, hey, can you just not push me down this time? Can you take a look at the fact that I'm still here, asking for release? The whole goal is to know that, well, not only that we're loved, but the goal is to feel love in our hearts. For me, it's really going back to when I first started to write music, and where that came from. It came from a place of deep longing and deep feelings of love. And when we're young, we learn, we open up our hearts several times, and then we get hurt and we push it down. We're like, I'm not going to allow myself to be hurt again. And we build up these personalities, and, and most of the time they're like, no way am I going to be vulnerable again. And that's all that really you're being asked to take a look at. Where are you still feeling that, that where are you still holding on to something that happened in the past and not willing to soften from it? Because these cards represent, the need to be right rather than happy, the need to hold on to pain, inability to see, and, mental, just mental anguish, feeling that we're trapped when we're not. So these swords, these 3 swords cards, that represents the mind, the chaos and the conflict in the mind. It's good news because it is ready to be seen for what it is. The Devil, the ego, it's ready to be seen for what it is. Mental talk, thoughts, patterns in the mind, inability to see past the chatter in the mind is what you are seeing and releasing. It's beautiful. I didn't even see underneath we had Fool. Oh, it was the devil, then the fool. So once you face this ego side, you have a 0, a new beginning with the fool. Wow. You know, carefree and cared for, a new adventure, the mind of a child, the mind of wonder, the beginner's mind. Because following this, once you let all this up, and it will be released, you know, this weekend and the few days after this lunar eclipse are all for the release. So don't expect to not have challenges. Don't expect everything to just, you know, if you want change, you must face the parts of yourself that have been pushed down. So you're going for this 10 of Cups. This is all you want, is love, to feel love and to give love and to feel connected in your relationships and in your life, to feel a part of, you know, just everything and everyone, not separate. That's your goal, to not feel separate from the love that you have in your heart. So with the 2 of Pentacles, I can see that you are doing the balancing act, you are doing the work, you are in the world and not of it, but you are taking the symbols and the people that are given you to heal, and you're being honest and open and vulnerable. You're doing that dance of, you know, body, mind, and spirit, because you have decided that you want this 10 of Cups, which is coming in for you, actually. I mean, all the parts of your life overflowing with love. That's what you want, and that's what's coming in. But it is at the very infant stages of coming in. So you have to nurture this newborn self, this child of God, this light and love in you. You have to take the time to nurture it. And that all that means is just being kind to yourself. Really, you know, for me, I take walks, I take baths, I write music, I sing music. I sing at the top of my lungs in the microphone. I'm meeting friends for coffee. I'm working on new projects. I'm taking a bath or 2 every day, really overdoing it, just putting in my body only what feels good. That is really whatever you have been doing too much of and know it, that's going. I mean, the higher self is just out in the front going, enough, you know, let's connect to, you know, our true selves and be really honest with what's working and what's not working in our life. Let's go there. Let's go there and face it, and just, you know, enough is enough. This is what is leaving. Not being willing to look, holding on to heartbreak, all 3 of those swords. I mean, you can see this heart is like, it's old, it's red. What I'm seeing is like the blood is dried up. It's been there so long, and it's just time to let go of the past and let go of not being willing to see what we don't want to look at within ourselves. That is going. Because the fact is, you can easily slip out of those little white ribbons around you. You are not bound. You are not trapped. You are not a prisoner of yourself, of your mind, or of anyone in the world. So you're being asked to have just the willingness to live this 10 of Cups. Love the ones you're with. Love whoever is in front of you. Find compassion for them and yourself. Be willing to be shown how to forgive. Those are the messages that I have for you, and I'll see you next time.